Now, this is the time, without any longer ado, to invite our first speaker. So, Mr. TAAVI LAUR. Are you here?
Yeah.
Yes, TAAVI. Tere tulemast.
Labdien!
Okay, TAAVI. Well, basically, the floor is yours. You're still wearing your tie. That's fine. That's fine. It's a free country. And we'll give you 25 minutes to speak, and we'll do some Q&A. Internet seems to be working. Yes? You can access your internet stuff. Question system, the Slido seems to be working as well. So, let's get going.
Thank you very much. I would like first fix roles. That most of speakers today are innovators. And if you take stereotype of innovators, we think there are people with open mind and looking future, think a lot about society. My role is here to be, as a banker, stereotype of banker, greedy, without heart, cynic, and very conservative. And this is also a reason why I have tie still. I think anyway, you need to find language to speak bankers or investor, even you are innovators and open-minded, and we need to find some common language. So in the beginning, look. How it works. I got. So in the beginning, I will make some personal examples, as I'm living also in Riga and Latvia. I know that you are totally freak of cars. You like beautiful cars, and who don't have yet Tesla, then they definitely are dreaming to get Tesla. There are still some. And just so you remember, my father-in-law was the first one in the city, in the small city in Estonia, who bought Prius. And when I take just as banker, mathematic, the price of Prius, the consumption, everything, I didn't understand why he bought it. Today is Prius rather common. Nobody wants Prius. Everybody wants Tesla. So I think there was totally different reason why he bought it. Not like a banker, not mathematic. He is just educated like electric engineer, and he wants to show to the city that he is the first one who followed this innovation part. Then, talking about Tesla, and it was previous speakers' videos as well, I think many of you have already made this pre-booking of Tesla, a new battery, and there is a lot of fantasy of passive houses. Also, our company, we were recently looking one passive house certified office to rent it. And then when we looked at this rent price, we didn't understand at all why this rent price should be so high if it's passive house. But the answer is that if you take today's regulation of passive house, how passive house, real passive house should look like, there need a lot of ventilation, and this lot of ventilation cost a lot of electricity fee. Then you in Riga, you know better than me that Tallinn is 2 wooden houses and bicycle road, and if you need really fresh air, you just open the window. So I don't know why we spend so much for ventilation, but this is fact, and this is also reason why maybe bankers don't love at the moment so much passive houses. Just we helped one of our customers recently to get finance for some villages, and one bank totally refused because they said that this average maintenance cost is too low, because it's true, it's average. If you have passive house, cost was low, but and they decided it's what's not normal. They said that we don't finance it. Most of you, I believe, is thinking for innovation, for technology, in the reason that your company would like to get global. And this is key points what also bankers understand. But if I take very pragmatically, on the Latvian, Estonian, Lithuanian way, most of our companies are SMEs. And I don't know the exact statistic of Latvia, but I'm rather sure it's similar of Estonia, that if we take all country R&D cost, then in Estonia, 80% of private sector R&D cost is supported by EU grants and the state. Means without this EU money, there wouldn't be any innovations, or very little. And the reason for this is that R&D can allow in the globally very big companies and garage companies. But we're talking here about SME sectors. To them, it's totally difficult to find money for innovation. But nevertheless, you would like to go global. I'm representing here a banker who is greedy and conservative, but still I'm also a little bit dreamer. And I made with my friends one stupid decision. We liked one coffee so much that 1.5 years ago we invested our money for coffee importer company. And it means that it's also a startup. And my former boss, it means more cynic, more conservative, less hard, asked, did you wear drunk if you decided? And why he asked it? Because coffee sector is the most competitive, or one of the most competitive in the world. Every minute in the world, average consumption is 1 million cups of coffee. But as typical startup thinking, typical emotional thinking, in our mind was that if every minute people are drinking 1 million cups of coffee, and we will be one day a monopoly, you can calculate during this session how much we could earn. But okay, this is our dream, but the real reason was that we really liked this taste. And our friends and families liked it, and we have some relation in Italy with this family who producing it already 100 years. So we thought that the main reason that we would like to have in our office, in our home, this very good coffee, and if you earn a bit money, then it's also good enough. But what happens that if you establish the company, it's easy in Latvia as well, it takes you a little bit of time, then you establish. But our main focus was our advisory business, so we didn't have people, and that means that, what the hell, we need to start to dedicate time to deal with this coffee business. And then we decided that, okay, we are advisors, typical advisor, they are very talkative, but they don't risk themselves and they don't invest themselves. So then we decided that let's prove ourselves and our customers that we can build up also the system. So the plan was that we need to have full model. Means that there is some documentation flow, there is stock is coming from Italy, this order system, of course customer relationship system, project management. So we need to have whole cycle. And now I don't tell you which typical platforms we were using, because there are many and there is many sellers here, so I don't want to make some fight or advertising. But I want to say that we made combinations. We developed something by our own. Most of things are cloud-based. We developed by own, which was in the stock management side. We rented financial part, financial following system, and we used also the free software on the relationship management point of view. And then we sync them, and then they are really working that we see full cycles. So then is another thing, okay, if a full cycle model, you can see, then is most important thing that if you have full cycle of this model, then you need to push your people that they need to put right input. If they don't put right input, then you don't get right data. Means that you need to do it user-friendly. And we had in the beginning young agents, and they liked a lot of this iPhone stuff. So we made them this iPhone, iPad access, and that means that they loved it, and that means that we made also procedure that without input you cannot leave from customers. And it works like this, that agent is going to customer, makes sale, same time inputs the data, and before leaving sends already invoice. And that, all in all, allows us to see on our screen with one touch where our company is, who are our customers, how far is next order, I mean from Italy, how many kilos or tons we have in the stock, and we can predict. And I think in SMEs business is most important that you need to have model how to predict what happens next. So we see also that how our payables looks are, who are overdue, and we don't deal because it's not our core business. But if needed, we can make one touch and we say polite warnings to our debitors who haven't paid in the due time. And after this experience, I would say that we are ready to go global. And same time, we advise also similar startups who are in the retail business. Again, there is confidentiality, but what we see that if we show our system, what we did in the beginning, and if we see the companies who are already 2-3 years in the market, and they said, "What's a wonderful system," then typical weakness of small, mid-sized entrepreneur is that they don't have time later, if you are already in Excel, to copy it to the new system. So this is my strong recommendations that if you need to attract investor, if you need to go to bank, you need to build up system what is every day updated, and very people are making input. Or if you don't have it, you need to take a time to find somebody who helps you transfer this from Excel to the cloud system. So what is in the bank relations or investor relation most important is that you look confident and you know your databases. The typical what we see that if you make interviews with our customers, that you ask that how you see your forecast year end. And many companies are not able to say at the end of November how this year ends. With this system, what we made to ourselves of our small business, our funny business, we can say every day what is our EBITDA, what is our profit, what is our payable, who was overdue. So this is something in the bank or investor relation what you need to build up if you want to go to the global or just bank negotiations. Yep. Okay, having company. And it's not garage company, startup, or garage 48, or whatever we say. It's already company which exists many years, results are positive, and now would like to raise money or to borrow money from bank. We implemented one case study. I hope you see, or who are closer, they see. So it's again, it's not concrete, but there is really concrete, our customers' key points are in. So we implemented it, maybe there is even some mistakes, I cannot guarantee, but it's really, as you see, it's SME company. The turnover is between 3-4 million per year, and the EBITDA is also 400 to 600. So it's a stable company. It's not fast-growing 50, 100%. It's stable company. Growth rate is something 10%. And in our, we try to find company which has no asset-based. So to tell the story, we have at the moment in Scandinavia one M&A joint venture advising project when we need to compare traditional asset-based company with growing project management company. So there is some concrete ideas are in. So, and if you take this balance and cash flow, the company itself looks well. But if you go with this company to the bank first question is, but guys, where is the potential this collateral? You don't have collateral here. So then, no, you see, something is running wrongly. So the typical project management company don't have something to pledge. So only what they have is very good team, very good management, but they can also prove that they have stable earnings and stable cash flow. That means that banks normally don't want to finance more than 3 times of EBITDA. Baltic banks on generally already some 4 plus this EBITDA multiply, they say that now has to be some hard collateral. But around 3 to 2, if the company is trustful, they are ready to also lend money covenant-based. But what we found, then we opened with our customer this balance sheet and income statement more detailedly, and as you see, there is certain costs, like labor cost, that there is managing partner, and managing partner is taking a yearly basis some 250 out. There is some reason why he or she is doing it. The second is this car cost. Concrete company, what is in my mind, they are totally car freaks. They have 3 super hyper BMW M-Class, and it's really expensive. All 3 partners has this. So this is again, if you take average company, and if you compare with this, we say that car cost level is too high. But typical what companies are doing, if they go to the investor, they start to cut their marketing cost. They say that I make some cost cutting, and then my EBITDA looks better. But it's very short-term tricks. Because if you don't continue your regular marketing soon, your customers also disappears and your turnover is also dropping down. So we made some changes. So we decreased in this company, we decreased this management cost instead of 250 to 100. Then we decreased also the car cost. We took it lower, and there is also there was some sponsoring 100,000 per year. This we took also off. It means that based on this explanation, we improved this EBITDA level 1 million. It means that instead of getting loan from bank some 2 million, you can get immediately additional 4 million or something. So it depends on bank risk appetite. So this is what I highly recommend to check what is different your company and what is how looks the average company. So because banks and investors has this data. They're taking all the market, and they see how much average managers are earning, what's average manager cost level, and then they compare it with you. So in these cases, you can really say that I'm owner, I'm fan of cars, my car's expense is high, but if I get your as an investor on board, I can change my car with cheaper. This concrete company, what is in my mind with these 3 BMW, we have exactly another customer, exactly the same sector. Their CEO is driving with this Toyota RAV, and the difference is some cost difference, some 3 times. So this is how I recommend to do it. As I said, the most important part is EBITDA. the bankers and also investors don't care about if you say that I have net profit, or even don't care if you have loss. They rarely focusing to your cash generation. The second thing is that how your existing debt structure will look like. And also what is typical in Baltic states, that if you make some investment, very often companies don't amortize this investment. They put it on the direct cost, and it, of course, in current year, when you need to go to the bank, your EBITDA look bad. And then you explain to the bank, but listen, it happens that I made this, I put this to the direct cost, and next year it looks much better, but then banks already don't have this confidence with you. And also one trick that I think many of you knows that, for example, type of factoring, you take like obligation. But factoring, which is on the bank's shoulder, means the bank covers the risk or it's fully insurance. You don't need show as your obligations. If some other banks ask, of course, you cannot lie. You have to say that, yes, I have factoring. But in the first stage, it does not, you don't see it in the balance. So, I don't manage this stick. So what is my recommendation? If you take Latvian market, there are mostly Scandinavian banks who are rather traditional, and they expect that you make decisions once per year. If you go every quarter with new ideas, they start to afraid. So my recommendation is you need to know your company value. This was why I made you example of our coffee business. You see it online. And the second thing is that plan bit. That if you go to bank, I think during half year, during year, you can chain or you can make your balance marketing. It's also banks itself are master of balance marketing, so it's nothing used. It's different of lying. Same if you start to cut your typical and needed marketing cost, this is already a bit cheating, and they understand it based on this that they see the market. But there is many lines what you can express that this is my company specific, and we can eliminate it or we can add it, and this is I think which works well. And also what I want to say is that use some friends. So you can take some bankers and to say, look at my company, how it looks like, what you recommend me. There's always is way that you can hire the advisors, and the advisors helps, and it's also useful. But if you don't have money for that, or if you don't want to do it, take some average bankers, and you after some questioning you understand how bank's policy will look like. So thank you for my side.
Thank you. Thank you so much for saving a couple of minutes. That will allow us to finish at 5. Now, I would like to ask start the questioning by this. By the way, do we have anything on the slide there? Okay. While it's coming up. Now, speaking of software specifically, you made an example, a case study of this kind of on-demand company data which allows you to answer the bank. But when it comes to EBITDA, to the value of the company, how would the bank look at a company using up-to-date tools versus not really using software tools? How does that actually affect the perception of a bank of the profitability, the value of the business, etc.?
I think, based on my experience and being banker, so this modern software does not bring you additional EBITDA, but you will look much more confident. But banks start to shake this. If you see that the entrepreneur comes, presents you data, then bankers start to ask questions. Then you send another data, and you see that passive and active are not balanced. And then you said, what happens? They said, oh, I don't know, my software made mistakes or something. My Excel didn't work. So definitely, software itself does not bring you any EBITDA. This is sure. Just you can build up the confidence. And another thing is that you can always prove to the bank, because in the beginning, if you are SME, you get your first loan, bank has no trust, but you can, every quarter you need to send financials, and then you can say, listen, month ends, I send you my sales result, you see we are improving. This is really improves this confidence, and next time it's easier to get this maybe more this multiplied, means that and maybe at the beginning to say that I give you 2 times EBITDA, but after 1 year they are ready to give you 4 times EBITDA. This is what I think the core value of this software, right software.
So the confidence in your ability to forecast your future growth. Okay. Okay, guys, I realize that you have lost faith in the Slido by now. Please think of using it. If not, are there any questions right now that you would like to throw at a banker? No, I'll take that as a no. Okay, thank you so much.